Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. First thing I want to say, oh, sorry, let's start this over again. First thing I want to say is thank you to all the people who watched my video about me almost getting scammed, because that's a very serious thing. And it's am I traumatized by it? The answer is no. That's just part of life. And the thing is, that's something that I feel that we all should be more aware about, especially because like a lot of times these phone calls come at the most inappropriate. Like for example, today I got 5 scam calls. Yeah, I'm not talking though, but something else popped up. I was like, what the hell? Whoa, no. But anyway, thank you for watching that. Let's get the word out. We got to keep an eye on this stuff. And thank you for everybody who watched that. If you gave me a thumbs up on that, thank you very much. If you left me a reply on that, thank you very much as well. If you want to share that video, please share that video. let's try to get some awareness out there, because yesterday it could have been me. Tomorrow it could be somebody that you know. And believe me, I remember one time somebody scammed my mom out of $600, and that was not. It happened so fast. She I guess she did some email or some text over her phone. Within 2 hours, within 2 hours, I came home, and she told me about it. I told her, call the bank fast. Call the bank fast. And luckily, the problem was that she got scammed. They took $600 out of her account, which kind of made things a little bit harder for her and her husband at the time. Because being on a fixed income kind of thing. But the thing is that their bank, they closed their account and did a whole. One thing they did, they kicked her off. They basically said, we don't want your business anymore. I'm like, that was kind of wrong, but we got to get that awareness out. Well, I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been up since 6 this morning. I'm kind of tired. But anyway, let's get on to what you really wanted to see. Hopefully. Before we go started, I wanted to show you this book. I found this book recently. And like what happened is that this person here, Daredevil 164 from 1980 for $38. Okay, so I got this Daredevil 164 from an eBay, from an auction. This guy listed this as $38. It's worth $38. I got it for $10, and I'm glad. I would not pay $38 for this unless it was something totally different. But here it is. This is a retelling of Daredevil's origin. Very nice cover. It's a newsstand, so to speak, and it's really good cover. It's a really good story. I didn't read it, but it's a really good story. Any retelling of Daredevil's origin is a good story. All right, so believe me, it's not worth $40. It's not worth $38. So. Sometimes, sellers, come on now. I understand that you think a lot of comics going to be worth something. And I understand that. I know you're trying to get the best money for your buck, but if that book was in much better condition, it would have been worth $38, maybe even more. But no. But anyway, let's talk. New Mutants 24. I decided to try to pick this up again to see if I might like this book. It's kind of neat because it's kind of like shoots and ladders kind of theme, which is fun. Batman Urban Legends 12, the cover B. The stores I went to, I didn't really. The cover A, I didn't. I thought it was fine. The only reason why I'm getting this is because it's a story about Ace the Bat Hound, which is kind of. Well, the first one was really cool. Just waiting to see how this work turns out. Star Wars: The High Republic Trail of Shadows. Not really liking this story. It seems boring to me. Maybe if this lasts about, hopefully this lasts maybe one or two more issues, but it is it's boring to me. Very boring. This one's a treat. 30 years ago, Image came out. It's funny, 1992, Image was formed. Could you imagine that? So, to some people, Image has always been around, but for me, I remember I was in college when I heard, I was reading all the founding fathers: Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, Eric Larson, Will Spastaccio, or Spastaccio, something like that. Mine leaves a blank. Jim Valentino. Is that all? I think so. Okay. When I heard they all left Marvel and DC respectively, I was like, what the hell? I'm like thinking to myself, whoa, these guys are these guys are like the top earners. Why would they do that? Then of course, after years later, you realize the true story, and you be like, yeah, I can see why you left. I can see why you left. You're making that much money, they should be like bending over hand over feet. Or, you know what I mean. But anyway, one of Rob Liefeld's creations was called Prophet, and it was pretty cool. This is the priest cover, I believe. Prophet was a really interesting book. It threw a lot of Bible verses. If I remember, it threw a lot of Bible verses, and I believe Prophet number 3 is one of the most sought after books, because if you have the coupon still in it, it's worth money, because they're making a TV show or a movie out of it. Scam. Oh well. Avengers 53, the Black History Month, which is cool. Thought it was really nice. I forgot February is Black History Month. How can I forget it? I learn about it every year. But for them to do something kind of cool like that, I think that's pretty neat. Devil's Reign, Black History variant, Luke Cage like that. This is a nice cover, in my opinion. This is a very nice cover. Very nice. Radiant Black number 12. This should be the last of this issue, and it's been hit. When I first saw this, it was really cool. Then it's been hit and miss. Now I'm going to finally read the last chapter of it and make my final decision whether or not to read Radiant Red, the next installment. Hawkeye, Kate Bishop number 4. This has been a really fun story to read for me. Oh, sorry. This has been a very fun book to read, especially after watching the Hawkeye TV show. Excuse me. Lysol, yo. Okay, I kind of dropped off on this one book kind of dropped off for a long time, and I decided to pick it up again to see if I would like it again. It's Cat Shit 1, Volume 3, Issue 1. An anamorphic tale of this group, Cat Shit 1. I believe they're rabbits. Yeah, rabbits and a cat or something like that in the Vietnam War. It's pretty funny. Well, it's not funny, but it's kind of interesting. Scorched number 2. The first Scorched I thought was really cool, and the only reason why, as long as Gunslinger Spawn is in it, I'm happy with that. Because to me right now, besides regular Spawn, the regular Spawn book is kind of not the best at the moment for me. But Gunslinger Spawn is all Spawn, not small. Spawn is awesome. Secret X-Men number 1. Wanted to read this about. Wanted to see what this was about. Moon Knight number 8. This pose is very familiar. Steve McNiven did a pose like this years ago. I think issue 1, I believe. It's pretty cool. This one next story is really, I've been loving this one. It's very unique. King of Spies. Imagine James Bond is old and he wants to erase some of his regrets. So that's pretty neat. Darth Vader number 20, Crimson Reign. Ever since I started reading Darth Vader, I have been in love with the story. I've been in love with this book. I've been in love with the Darth Vader series. I wish I had jumped on that bandwagon years ago when it first started off. I wish I would have, but I'm so glad I'm jumping on this one now. The only thing I didn't like, the Reign of the Bounty Hunters version of the tie-in for that. I didn't like that, but you know, what can you say? The 10 Deaths of Wolverine number 2. Devil's Reign number 4 of 6. So 2 more months. 2 more months and I can read the whole series. Last but not least, okay, no sneezing. Last but not least is Amazing Spider-Man 88. Now the fun thing about this, I have Spider-Man on my pull box. Every Wednesday I get an email from my shop says, hey, this is what's in your pull box. Now the fun thing is that when I saw Stanible's Universe do his comic book review and he pulled out Spider-Man, I was like, that came out this week? And I looked at my phone because the email, I was like, why is Spider-Man not in there? Okay. So that means I got to look at my pull list. Now, the one thing that's kind of odd, and this is the second time I heard this in the past month, within the past 2 or 3 months. Actually, the third or fourth time, because of the stores. I went to 3 stores today. Only bought stuff from 2, because the other store I used to go to, my first backup store, I got everything. There's really nothing there for me to pick up, and I haven't. This is the first time I've been there for about a month. Instead of going to 3 stores every week, I started going to 2. One for DC. You know, I was like, okay, maybe I could pick this up, and I'm like, I mean, I don't really feel like buying anything there. I just went there to see what was there. One of the reasons why, because on Saturdays when I go there, their parking lot is very small, and it's like a big, like a strip. And they were doing something downtown, so the parking was atrocious. So I was like, oh. Okay, but anyway. Now, what happened was, I think this is one of the books that came out. No, not this one, because this book was not in my pull box. I had to pull it off the shelf. And I was like, this is weird. Then all of a sudden I looked up and it's like, they was talking about they got shorted books. For some reason, a lot of stores are getting shorted books. So distributors, come on now. If they ordered 50 books, give them 50 books. Don't let them order 50 and give them 4. That's not, because what's going to happen is, if it's not at that store, they're going to lose a customer. But then again, I guess you guys don't care as long as you get your money, right? I guess. But anyway, without further ado, I had to pull this off the shelves, off the rack, and I'm gonna look through I gotta log on to my pullable list and try to see what's there. If Amazing Spider-Man dropped off, it shouldn't have, because I never dropped that off. So I might have to have some words with these guys. This is the second time this has happened to me. Well, one was they put it in Moon Knight, but Moon Knight was in my box, but they didn't register it, so it was like, whose book is this? But anyway, Spider-Man 88. Enter the Slingers. Now, this is not a new idea. I want to tell you why, because I was reading Spider-Man in the 90s. What happened was Spider-Man in the 90s was accused of murder. And the police was after him, and the court of the interview was Spirit Campaign. So Peter Parker came up with, I thought it was 4 identities, but for some reason there's only 3 here. This one's supposed to be Hornet, Ricochet, and Dusk. Now what happened was, using his science skill, he did 3 different types of costumes for this. Then on top of that, then after, so he had to do something different for everything. And think about it, he was changing costumes left and right. Then after that, he got rid of that, and then they decided to make a new team for these guys, which didn't last too long. So I guess they're coming back, maybe. Tell you the truth, when it was Spider-Man doing all this, it was interesting, but when they was on their own, doing some own people, no. So I wonder what this is all about. And you know what? I thought I had something coming in the mail, but I guess not. But anyway, that's it for the comic book review for the week. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. Share this video if you like. If you want, leave me some words down below. If you want. Also, I'm thinking about doing some other things recently. I'm thinking about some new projects. Well, old projects, but bringing these projects back and trying to make them fresher. But anyway, with that being said, I'm very grateful for you to listen to this for me for about almost 20 minutes of you spending time for the geeky bar. I love it when I get tongue tied. Spend 20 minutes of your day watching me talk and show you what I bought for the week. And with that being said, thank you very much again. Very humbled and very appreciative. And I think I should try to take a nap. All right. Talk to you later.